Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Wait for a while so that I can check if audio and video is working perfectly fine, and then we'll begin. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Wait for a while so that I can check if audio and video is working perfectly fine, and then we'll begin. Okay, this is working just fine. Mhm. You need to be concerned only when you begin. Can I just put it on my lap? Or will that be fine? Pen tab on my lap. You need to be concerned only when you begin to harm somebody. Nobody is bothered by your dance. But if somebody is sleeping and you play your drum over his head and start dancing, dance, there's no problem in it. Chant your prayers, that's fine. But if in the middle of the night you set up a mic and start non-stop kirtan singing, then your phone is ringing. Sorry. Then, all right. कैसा content consume कर रहा हूँ भाई मैं? Okay. Then you're really mad. Although in India no one would call you mad because you are singing devotional songs. Many madmen do this. They say we are performing a non-stop kirtan 24 hours straight. Whether you sleep or not is your problem. And if you object to our program, you are irreligious. See, that your joy is not violent. This is sufficient. Your joy should be your own. Don't disturb anybody else's life with it. Let your flowers bloom. But in blooming, don't let anyone be pricked by its thorns. If you always make sure of this, then you are moving in the right direction. When you feel that now others are being disturbed by your behavior, be careful, you are not moving towards enlightenment, but you are in the path to insanity. Nobody is disturbed by Om Prakash. You can proceed without hesitation, fearlessly. Yesterday I was reading a poem. All that was beautiful, lovable, desirable, what was good, refined, new, true, and real, I picked and brought, presenting my offerings. But what happened? It all withered where it was placed, dried out, wilted. Not a thing did he lift a hand to take, though somewhere it is written he would accept. But what I gave, received, drank, knocked, over what I poured out, spilled, what I uncovered, covered, what I unloaded, what I loaded up, all that was recorded. Then I saw that it all fell into the same sacrificial fire, and at that moment I felt, oh, I am released. I have made it across. Already I accept it. My head has spun away in craziness. The man has made it. Shall I just zoom it a bit? एक सेकेंड ओबीएस में फिर से मैं सेट कर लूँगा भले okay, how about that? No, okay, just do it 120. How about that? And is it fine in OBS? Just wait a second, guys. I'm just setting OBS and then we'll be good to go. Yesterday, and the last word is disturbed or something like that. Okay, okay, now it is fine. Hi, Bask. Welcome to the live stream. How are you? How was your day? Where are you from? Yesterday I was reading a poem. All that was okay. This part we have already covered. The man has made it. From his head spinning away, you may go on offering very select things to God, the very best, but nothing will come of it until you offer your head. Listen again. All that was beautiful, lovable, desirable, what was good, refined, new, true, and real, I picked and brought, presenting my offerings. But what happened? It all withered where it was placed, dried out, wilted. Not a thing did he lift a hand to take. Find the most beautiful thing and bring it. Find the most valuable, offer the Kohinoor diamond, all will pale into insignificance. Pick flowers, lotuses, roses, offer them, all will wilt. Different names for exactly the same thing. You must offer yourself over here. So basically, also is trying to say in front of God or the ultimate, like the supreme or supreme being, depending on whatever religion you follow, we offer things in front of Him. It can be anything, it can be so valuable to human being, but the God will not put his hand to it. For an example, if you even devote, let's say, diamond, Kohinoor diamond, in front of the God, he's not going to take it, right? So that's what the author is trying to say over here, that the God is not taking it. So rather than presenting the materialistic thing in front of the God, or sacrificing materialistic thing in front of the God, you should sacrifice yourself. You must offer yourself. So that is the supreme offer that you are making in front of the God, not the materialistic thing, because the materialistic thing God is not going to accept, or like in that sense the author is also is trying to say over here, right? So you must offer yourself, as in you must devote yourself completely to the right deeds, to the good deeds, and so on. And at that moment, I felt, oh, I'm released. I made it across. Okay, I accepted. My head has spun away crazily. Om Prakash, people will tell you the same thing. You have gone mad. Let them say so. Don't worry about what they say. When people call you crazy, they are trying to save their own heads, nothing else. When they say you are crazy, they are saying, keep away from us. Don't come near us. Don't sing these songs to us. Don't bring this laughter to our doors. Don't show us your wine filled eyes. Don't bring us this message. They will feel threatened. So basically, whenever you are doing the right thing and the people and the society is trying to make fun of you, like it makes fun of you or calling you mad and stuff, so that means they are getting threatened that the right thing that you're doing might affect them, right? So they will feel threatened. That's why they are calling you out. They have this same music within. They have a veena lying within them, waiting many lives for someone to pierce its strings. But they are afraid, insecure. They have built much and become settled in this phony world. Now they fear being uprooted. I was in Allahabad and a friend was sitting right in front of me listening to me. Millions of people have sat before me and listened, but there are very few who have listened with as much feelings as he was listening. Stream of tears were flowing down his face. Suddenly he got up in the middle of the lecture and left the hall. I was a little surprised, and I asked the organizer what happened. It turned out it turned out that the man was very famous. I hadn't known. He was a literary man, a poet, a writer. The organizer went to his house and inquired. The man told him, "Forgive me, I was becoming disturbed. After 20 minutes, I thought it is better to run away from here. If I stay a little longer, something or other will happen. This man is already cuckoo. He will drive me mad. I will come, but not now. I'll certainly come again. But give me a little time. I could not sleep for 2 nights, and what he said is echoing in my mind. No, at present I have so much work. Now my children are young. I have a house and family to look after, but I'll certainly come. Go and please tell him I shall certainly come, but not now. When someone says you are cuckoo, he is only trying to protect himself by deciding you are mad. He means he is repressing his attraction. He also has an impressible longing within him who has not sought God, who has no thirst for bliss, who is not longing for truth. Such a person has never existed. Those who call those you all atheists are people who have become frightened. They say, "No, there is no God." Because if they don't deny Him, they will have to seek Him. It is my own experience that there is a deeper desire for truth in an atheist than in a believer, which is true. I've watched it in some movie that a true atheist can become a true believer. The only difference is he need something solid to believe on, right? So if his what I can say, the belief system will get some facts or some proof or something that can justify or give the answer to his questions that is troubling his brain, then he can turn into a true believer as well, a true atheist. So that's what the Osho is also trying to say, that atheists are no like atheists are denying the very presence of the God because they are afraid. They are afraid because if they will accept that there is a supreme being, so in that case they have to seek the ultimate truth. And believer, they are believing that okay, there is a supreme being and they are following it in one way or another. The way is right or wrong, that is a whole different debate. But as of now they are believing okay, there is something, and whatever rules society set, we have to abide by it. He's afraid of going on to a temple, but you're not afraid because the desire in you is not so strong that it will drive you mad. You go to the temple as if you were going to your shop. You go in and out of the temple, but you are not affected at all. Especially nowadays, like in this modern time of social media, most of the time people, even when they are visiting the religious places, it's all about the pictures and the videos and the social media posts that is going to be there in their social media accounts. So that's their priority rather than feeling the connection between them and the God and seeking the truth. So yeah, that's what the Osho is also trying to point out in this very statement, as per my understanding. All right. So he's afraid of going to a temple. Atheist is afraid of going to a temple, but you're not. You're not afraid because the desire in you is not so strong that it will drive you mad. You go to the temple as if you are going to your shop. You go in and out the temple, but you are not affected at all. An atheist is a person who knows that if he enters the temple, he'll not be able to return. Okay, that's questionable. Let's understand. If he enters, he will not return the same as he entered, which is true. So there is just one escape. He says God does not exist. Religion is all hypocrisy. In this way, he saves himself, persuading himself there is no God, so why go to the temple? There is no God, why get into all this mess? Why meditate? Why pray? So these are the facts given by, or like the, what I can say, the reasoning that is given by the atheist. As I see it, the atheist is inwardly trying to save himself. I have not seen a real, authentic atheist. How can a man be an atheist? An atheist means a person who tries to live in a no. How can anyone live in no? How can anyone live in atheism? To live, one needs yes. Do flowers ever bloom in no? Yes is needed. Acceptance is needed. The more acceptance of life, the more flowers will bloom in it. But you are afraid flowers will bloom beyond your capacity, that the flowers will be so abundant that you will not be able to contain it. Last night, a young man told me, "Help, this experience is becoming uncontrollable. I am so elated, it seems I'll burst. The ecstasy is too great. I cannot contain it. The vessel of my is, heart is so small. Help me. It is carrying me away. All my limits are being smashed, and I am afraid if I flow along with it, there will be no return. Losing control, this is the fear. So that's what we fear throughout our life, right? We don't we want to control everything around us, be it people, be it things, be it the any other thing, whatever it is. We try to hold the what I can say, we try to hold the knot, we try to control things, we try to make things work as per our liking, right? If, for an example, if you are in a relationship with this girl, or if you're a girl, if you're in a relationship with a boy, or whatever, the same gender, whatever it is, right? So what we expect the other person to behave in a manner that we want like we want him or her to behave as, right? So we want that he or she will become our yes man or yes woman, right? They will act according to our needs. But why do they do it? Not just the guy or girl in a relationship, in general also, we think that the world revolves around us, especially the teenagers, especially at a young age. We think we think that we are at the center and everything should act according to our needs, but that's not the truth. So that's the very, what I can say, thing that we are trying to do. We are trying to control everything, and when something occurs by which we may lose control over things, then we become afraid, right? So similarly for atheists, when they will enter the temple and let's say they will get this real connection with the almighty, then they will feel like, okay, there is a possibility that they will lose their control, and they are afraid of losing control. This is the fear. Ego can readily live with unhappiness. Control is not lost in unhappiness. So the ego is ready to be unhappy rather than losing its control over things or whatever it is, right? So yeah, that's that. No matter how much you weep in misery, you remain the master. So basically, even if you're crying, I feel like your ego is getting justified or satisfied, you will be fine with it. And that's how ego wants you to move. Control is lost in joy. The limits are shattered. Limits are never broken in misery. Even in hell, limits are never broken. If you fall into hell, you remain strong inside. Limits are broken in heaven there. Control is lost. And where control is lost, ego is lost. So basically, they both are directly related to one another. So if the control is getting lost, that means your ego is losing. And that's what the ego is. Ego never wants to lose. That's the supreme or the priority of the ego, to win, no matter what the cost is. So if you lose control, if the control is lost, ego is lost. Where control is lost, the grip of intellect is lost. The power of reasoning is lost when the control is lost. This is what is happening. Don't be afraid. The moment of being carried away comes near you, but that current has never carried anyone away unless they have gone mad. Right? Let me scroll it up. This is what is happening. Don't be afraid. The moment of being carried away comes near you. But that current has never carried anyone away unless they have gone mad. I'm searching for a song not yet on my lips which would dance in my veins, boiling like lava. I'm searching for a fire that will vibrate each and every cell with joy and reduce me to scattered threads. Weave me into a fine net so I become transparent. I am searching for a fragrance to make me weightless, so I can float on the air and quiver in the soft shower of a light rain in the slaty sky of the dancing or of the darkening evening. I am searching for a flashy color. Om Prakash, I have given. So Osho is saying it to Om Prakash, right? So he is giving the what I can say, some kind of discourse or explaining things to Om Prakash. Om Prakash must be one of his disciple, if I'm not wrong. But this is like, add this to Om Prakash. Om Prakash, I have given you this flashy color. These orange clothes are the flashy color. Go on flowing, transcending limits, float beyond intellect. Float beyond intellect. So beyond intellect, that's really deep, right? Beyond intellect means you're not thinking a lot about logic and everything. You're just being in the moment. You're just enjoying whatever is making you happy, and it is not harming anyone in a, you know what I can say, violent manner. If you're not disturbing anyone else in any sense, you're just being you and you're happy about it. So do everything that you want to do. Float beyond intellect. Don't think about logic. Okay, what will society think if I'll act in this particular manner? What will society think if I'll act in this particular manner? So just leave it behind and float beyond intellect. Let go of control. So don't try to control things. Lose control. Control means the doer. Leave control aside. If you remember in the very first chapter, when we are beginning this book, we have learned about becoming a witness, becoming an observer, right? Becoming an observer. And that's the thing that Osho is trying to, what I can say, uh, Osho is trying to signify once again, or like, you know, sighing, you know, what I can say, pointing out once again. If there is a doer, it can only be existence. The doer, leave control aside. If there is a doer, it can only be existence. Do not compete with existence. Do not become its adversary. Don't fight with it. Surrender. Flow with its stream. You will float. Just go with the flow. Those who drown are carried afloat. Those who try to swim are drowned. So, if someone is trying to swim in this particular case, so they will drown, and if someone is trying to just drown, they will carried afloat. So, it's like oxymoron kind of thing, the other way around. The second question, so the first question is already answered, in which the person was trying to ask why something is happening to him, and also explained it with the help of a lot of examples and reasoning and stuff. Now the second question is, beloved Osho, it has always been the observation of seeker that the realization of godliness is a very arduous phenomenon, but enlightened ones like you always emphasize that it can happen right here, right now. Is saying this again and again provocation? Is it a provocation and a method or device to arouse thirst in us? Okay, so someone is trying to question the very, what I can say, the existence or the logic of the Osho, given by Osho. It is the truth. It is not a method, not a device. You're asking this is a method and device to save yourself. The mind is not ready to accept that godliness can be attained here and now. Why can't it accept it? It can't accept it because if he is available here and now and we are not attaining him, then what could be causing this? How can we explain? If he can be attained here and now, why are we not attaining him? A great uneasiness arises. It can be attained here and now, but we are not attaining. How to explain it? It becomes a great frustration. To relieve the frustration, you say he can be achieved, but that you need to be worthy. So, yeah, that's there. Okay. Intellect always manages to find a way. Whatever complication arises, the mind finds a solution. It says the way has to be short, worthiness has to be short, you'll have to become purified, then you will attain. And if Ashtavakra says he can be achieved here and now, certainly he must have a reason for it. He says it so well, so we will start making intense effort, but we will have to make efforts. Mind is very clever. Ashtavakra's statement is absolutely clear. Godliness can be found here and now because it is not an achievement, it is your nature. His whole emphasis is simple: you are it. The answer that you're seeking in the outside world is well within you. All you seek, what you seek, is seeking you. So that's the quote or the line that is given by Rumi. So yeah, I thought like it is relatable here, so that's why I said it. Now moving ahead, Ashtavakra's statement is absolutely clear. Godliness can be found here and now. Because it is not an achievement, it is your nature. His whole emphasis is simple: you are it. The very idea of attaining is wrong. When we say godliness can be attained here and now, it simply means it is already attained. Just open your eyes and see. The very language of attaining is wrong. In attaining, it seems that you and existence are separate. You are the seeker, and it is the objective to be shot. You are the traveler, and it is the destination. Know that it can be attained here and now simply means you are that which you are seeking. Know thyself. Open your eyes and see, or close your eyes and see, but see. It is a matter of insight, not of worthiness. Worthiness means that even godliness is a business deal. When you go to the market, something is sold for 1,000 rupees, something for 100,000 rupees, something for 1,000,000 rupees. Everything has its price. Worthiness means that the godliness also has its price. Whoever pays the price by proving his worth will get it. You want to make even godliness a commodity in the market? Renounce, do austerities, then you will attain it. Pay the price and you will get it. Where can you get it for free? You drag godliness into shop, seal it in a box, stuck on a price tag, and put it on the shelf. You say, do this many fast, that many meditation, this much auters- austerity. I know the meaning of this, but it is something related to a religious practice, I guess. I'll have to look into it. This much austerity, stand in the sun, suffer cold and heat, then you'll attain it. Have you ever thought what you are saying? You are saying that realizing godliness is related to your doing something. So you can only attain God when you will do something. So that's the approach. Whatever you do will be your doing, and your doing cannot be greater than you. Your austerity will be yours. As low as you are, as dirty as you are, your austerity cannot be greater than you. And whatever you attain through your austerity will be limited, finite, because through the finite only the finite can be obtained. Now this is very important. If you are doing finite things, be it doing fasting or chanting the name, or you have the praying beads, or whatever the religious practice that you are doing, it is a finite practice, and with the help of finite practice you can only attain finite things. That's what Osho is trying to say, and which makes sense to some extent, right? Not the infinite. And obviously if we are trying to get the supreme, or to reach to the supreme being, then we have to do something that is infinite, that is well beyond our physical capabilities. Through austerity you will find a projection of your mind. So yeah, I'm not denying that austerity is wrong or religious practice is wrong in any manner. It's just that with the help of that you can get a projection of your mind, not God. You can get a projection of your mind, not God. And that's a good way for a starting price, I guess. Like for starting it's good that you're at least trying something than being just idle, right? Ashtavakra says God already is. He's the one throbbing within you, throbbing within you. He is the one breathing within you. So you need not to find it in the outside world. The God is present well within you, the one who is born, the one who will pass away. He is eternally manifesting himself in infinite forms, here as a tree, there as a bird, somewhere else as a man. God is, there is nothing else except him. The recognition of this truth, the remembrance of this truth. I have heard that once an emperor was very upset with his son and sent him into exile because he was an emperor's son. The boy didn't know how to do anything. He had never done anything else. He could only beg. When an emperor is no longer an emperor, begging is the only thing he can do. Man, that's again a deep thing. If an emperor is not an emperor, then only he can beg. That means he is not capable of doing anything else but being either emperor or just losing things. Do I need? So page number 31. We are on page number 31. He began begging. So from here onwards, I'll start doing things in the next live most probably because I'm running out of charge it seems. So like continue. 19%, 18 minutes remaining. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's been 30 minutes. So let's do. Let's go on. He began begging. 20 years passed and he completely forgot. Can anyone begging 20 years remember he is an emperor? Impossible. It is difficult. It would make begging difficult. It is better to forget it. So he forgot. Otherwise, how could he beg? An emperor and begging, door to door, holding his begging bowl, standing in front of hotels and restaurants begging, asking for leftovers. An emperor. He had to forget. He had to forget the emperor. It had to be wiped out of his memory. It was finished. That chapter was closed. It was like a dream, like a story he had read long ago or a movie he had once seen. What did it had to do with him? 20 years later, when the emperor, the father, became old, he got upset. He had only one son, and that son would be the ruler. He said to the ministers, "Go and find him, and wherever he is, bring him back. Tell him his father has pardoned him." So basically, there was a son of this emperor, and the emperor sent him to exile. So since he was the son of the emperor, he knew nothing except being an emperor. So since he already is in exile, so now he has to do the begging. So he did it for 20 years. After 20 years, his father decided to pardon him, and now he's calling him back to become an emperor. So it is not a question of pardoning or not pardoning. I am dying. So his father is saying, since I am dying and he is my only son, so he has to become the next ruler. Who will look after the kingdom? This is the question of his father, who is the emperor. It is better that it stay in the hand of my own blood rather than go to someone else. However, he may be good or bad, bring him back. So this is the order given by the emperor or the father of the beggar, now beggar basically. The minister found the prince standing in front of a dining hall with his broken bowl, begging for money. He was naked. He had no shoes on his feet. It was mid afternoon in the heat of summer, a hot wind blowing. His feet were burning, and he was begging for a while money, begging for a little money to buy shoes. He had a little change in his bowl. Basically, after begging for a while, he got some changes, right? The chariot came and stopped. The minister got down and fell at his feet. He was a future emperor. As the minister touched his feet, in a flash it happened. It all came back. For 20 years, he had not remembered that he was an emperor. Now, to remember, he had no need to sit and think, contemplate, do austerities, meditate. No, within 1 second, not even a second, in a moment, the transformation happened. The man became something else. He was still a beggar, impoverished. He was still naked. Still, he had no shoes on his feet. He threw away his begging bowl and told the ministers to arrange for his bath and make arrangements for proper clothing. He stepped forward and mounted his chariot. His glory was a sight to see. He was still the same, but his face was majestic. His eyes were shining. There was a splendor all around. He was an emperor. The memory returned. His father had sent the invitation. It is just like this. When Ashtavakra says here and now, he is saying the same. However long you have traveled, 20 years, even 20 lives, you have been in exile. You have begged long. You have totally forgotten. The memory is sound asleep. It had to be put to sleep. It, if the memory were not asleep, begging would have been impossible. You wandered from door to door with a begging bowl. Ashtavakra is saying the invitation has arrived. Wake up, you are not a beggar, you are the son of an emperor. So try to read between the lines. I hope you're getting the point over here, right? It is not about the emperor, it is not about the story. It is about getting the ultimate truth. So we, in our day-to-day life, we are just roaming around to get the materialistic things, more and more materialistic things, and trying to get the things which are not going to survive for long enough. Like, no matter how costly they are, but they are not worth it. If you'll seek the ultimate truth, it lies well within you. If you want to get enlightenment, all you have to do is just open your eye. It's like you are the son of the emperor who just forgot that he is the son of the emperor because of the condition that is around you. So since it's like you're begging for the last 20 years and you forgot that okay, you are the son of the emperor. Similarly, you know the ultimate truth, it is well within you, it's just that you forgot, and you are so deeply indulged in the daily activity and getting the not so important things like the materialistic things and stuff, that you forgot the very truth, the ultimate truth, the existence. So yeah, that's what the Osho is trying to point out over here, and that's what the Ashtavakra is also trying to point out over here. Alright, so let's just end it at the page number 32 for now. We'll end our live stream as of now. So make sure if you are into what I can say spirituality, Osho, ultimate reality, and these kind of things, you can subscribe to the channel and like the live stream. We'll meet next time. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe. Please take care, have fun, peace out. I just have to, charge my laptop and then I'll be back with another live stream. So yes, make sure that you are liking the live stream and subscribing to the channel so that when the next time I'll come, you'll be here again. Okay, so I am going to cover this book and I'll explain the things in between wherever I feel like explaining things or whatever I'll understand first and then I'll just spit it out. Alright, so have fun, peace out. Thank you so much.